I'm Chef Jasper, and today we're in the kitchen preparing cacio pepe. Cacio pepe with a twist. That's right, with ravioli and asparagus, just in time for spring. Oh my, it's easy, it's delicious, it's an old Roman dish, and you're going to love it. Let's get started. Some boiling water, of course, some cheese ravioli, and if you play your cards right, this may take about 3 minutes or so in the boiling water. We'll give it a quick stir. When the little pasta cushions float to the top, we know they're ready. In the meantime, let's make a little sauce. Of course, we have some butter in our frying pan and some beautiful asparagus, and we're not going to boil the asparagus. First of all, I want these tips of the asparagus. So that's, to me, you know, the rest of the asparagus, make a soup or something with it. I don't know. Put it in your stock, but these beautiful asparagus tips, oh my, it doesn't get much better than that. If you can get local asparagus, how about that? Even better. All right, so now, while this is sauteing, we will talk a little bit about the cacio pepe itself. And where do we get that name? Well, this refers to the old Roman days. 4 types of Roman pasta, but not at the beginning, and I'll tell you why in a second. The first sauce was cacio pepe. Water, cheese, and pepper. That's it. That's the sauce. And yes, it's very, very popular. And then came a sauce that was maybe a little more difficult from the cheek, and they call it alla guanciale. Okay, guanciale is the sauce made with this Italian like bacon almost. They would cure it. So that's an easy sauce. And then all of a sudden someone decided they would put eggs and cheese in that sauce. So you go from cacio pepe, pasta gricia, which is the guanciale, to carbonara, which is just the egg, the cheese, and a little bit of that guanciale or Italian bacon. And then a matriciana, the old Roman dish. All those ingredients except the egg, but you add tomatoes, because tomatoes didn't come around until after Columbus discovered America. Now look how quickly this is starting to cook. Just give it a little saute, but notice what I'm doing. We're browning that butter a little bit. I want the asparagus crispy, but I still want that butter to give it a lot of flavor. The butter, what happens right now? It's becoming a little nutty. Oh yeah. Just a touch of salt right now. I like kosher or sea salt. Not a lot of it, but just a little bit right now. Hey, come on. Taste that asparagus while it's cooking. Our ravioli, we're about a minute away. We'll give that a quick stir. Use cheese ravioli. Yes, that's to me, that's what we like to use. The Italians, Sicilians, they don't really like a meat ravioli. They like meat tortelloni or meat tortellini, but when it comes to ravioli, most of the time it's cheese, especially for this dish. And springtime, it's a sign of spring to use the ricotta cheese in your pasta dishes. All right, the sauce is about, 2 minutes away at the most from being complete. Yes, the sauce will be complete in a couple of minutes. But what am I going to do? Well, we're going to steal a little bit of water from this. Okay? The beginning of our sauce. Just look at that. Okay, now think about this. Look at that butter. This smells delicious right now, believe it or not. A little more to salt. A little cracked pepper at this point, not much. Has to be fresh cracked pepper. Need a pepper mill for this one, I'm telling you. And then we'll add our cheese. And you're not adding too much cheese because you know what? You can always go back and add a little bit of water to it. And look at this cheese starting to melt down. It's creating a sauce, almost like a mock Alfredo. How about that? Alfredo was named after the famous Roman who came up with this pasta dish. But here is, a beautiful sauce. Just look at that cheese. Wait a second, look at this. Is that beautiful? Simple, delicious. Did I not tell you it was going to be an easy dish to prepare? Okay, now really, right now, for me, I'm done. I'd add my pasta and toss it. I'm going to make a little more sauce here. Let some of that cheese melt right there. Just a little more. Oh, look what's happening. Our little buddies, that pasta cushion, they're ready. They're coming to the top. And at this point, I just want to get that spoon and take a bite right now. Okay, here we go. You know, it's easy to use this when they're floating to the top. Just like that. We don't want to overcook it. Don't worry about straining over a strainer over your sink or anything, because the water doesn't matter in here. Give this all a nice toss. Look at this, huh? How about it? And then the finishing touch. My little ancora, the little extra at this point, it's going to continue to cook down. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil for flavor, yes. And more cracked pepper. Cacio Pepe, come on. We finish it with lots of pepper on top. You have a delicious dish, easy, simple to prepare. Everyone's gonna love, believe me. It's cheesy, it's creamy, it's fresh, and it's time for spring. Oh, come on. You're gonna love it just as much as I love serving to my family. As I always say, bene mangiare bene, eat and drink well. Something I would be proud to put on my family's table. Cacio Pepe ravioli con asparagus. Does it get any better? I don't think so. Brought to you by Hen House Markets.